Kings, we are back again for another stream. You guys, I appreciate you guys always joining our stream. I am extremely excited to be back. We are going to talk a lot of, obviously, like we've been doing for the past couple streams, about transfers. We're also going to talk about the Club World Cup. So you guys, stay tuned, comment, drop your comments in the chat, and let's get into it. Let's get into transfers. Mbeumo to Man U, is that a here we go, or there are still some things that need to be fine tuned in terms of the deal? Because I feel like Man U, they are moving a little too slow in
No,
this
it's
transfer
it's
window.
it's, it's Brentford that's trying to play games, basically. So
Brentford wants more money.
yes, so they want more money. I don't know what is happening, but I think this week Mbeumo has made it clear to like those at Brentford. Obviously, he respects them, he
Yeah,
loves the club and all of them. He won't like officially force his way out,
yeah.
but he's told them like casually. I won't say casually, but informally.
Our
I
time
want to
together
go.
has come
I
to an
want.
end.
Yes, I want to go. I'm going to Man U. Please
Yeah,
accept the bid. XYZ. So
yeah.
Man U has submitted another bid. They submitted another bid this week. I think the one of last week was rejected.
Okay.
So that's what they are working on now, and they are speaking
Yeah.
every day, right? This is according to like all the journalists, right? Most of the journalists, that's what they carry this week, including Sky Sports. So yeah,
That's interesting. I really hope Mbeumo is able to go to Man U because
yeah,
it feels like out of all the clubs that have been interested in Mbeumo so far,
yeah,
Manchester United seems to be what he wants, right? And we talked about this last couple streams, maybe about the pay, maybe about it's more comfortable for him. Maybe he
yeah,
would love to live in Manchester. I don't know,
yeah.
but it just seems like out of all the clubs that have been linked with him, Man U seem like the top runner. But anyways, let's talk a little bit about Victor Gyökeres again. I know Victor Gyökeres, we've brought him up so many times on this stream. In fact, I'm really, really tired of him. But let's talk about Gyökeres.
Yeah.
Liverpool have joined the race, just like Arsenal, to
Mm-hmm.
sign Victor Gyökeres.
Is he solid? Who is the journalist that carried it?
Does it really matter who the journalist is?
It matters.
Why? Because you don't believe it. It's too good to be true.
It matters. Arsenal
But
are
let me
wasting time. Yeah.
let me read it as it says. Liverpool have joined the race to sign Arsenal Gyökeres as a replacement for Napoli-bound Darwin Núñez,
Yeah.
right? Corillo
Mm-hmm.
Damanha, that's the journalist, right?
Okay.
Right. But the Reds refused to meet Sporting Lisbon's asking price of 80 million euros. They don't want to pay 80 million euros for Gyökeres.
Just pay it and be done. You've already spent 100 and something
We
million.
spent 116 million on
Yeah.
Florian. We spent money on Frimpong. We spent money on Kekes, Milos
Guy.
Kekes. Now, I think we might be a little bit worried and concerned about how much we want to spend on Victor
Worried
Gyökeres.
why? It's 3 windows. In 3 windows, this is the third window. You only signed one person before you guys started all this like heavy signings. You only signed Chiesa.
Mm-hmm.
Last summer you only signed Chiesa.
Yes.
January you didn't sign anyone. This
No.
summer now, and you're going to sell players. You're going to sell Nunes.
Yeah.
There's a you've sold
So
your
I
defender
mean,
already.
we
Pure
didn't.
profit.
Yeah. We sold Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa, pure profit, right? So
Yeah.
from your player sales, I'm thinking you guys can get 100 million from
Close to
player
100
sales.
million back.
Player sales 100 million. Then you now talk about you guys buying. So at the end of the day, maybe your net spend might be 200, which is not bad.
It just
Man
makes me
U,
think. Yeah.
you talk about Man U. Man U needs to sign like probably 7 players, and they need to
7 player. Yeah, but they are going to
yes,
sell a lot.
and they so
They
who is
are
going
going to
to
sell a lot.
buy? Who is going to buy?
People would buy. It's not like all the players they have are entirely bad. It might not
Okay,
be
decent.
Premier League clubs. It might not be top
Yeah,
Premier League clubs, but they will still be able to sell some of these players.
yeah,
There's the Italian league, there's La Liga, there's the
yeah,
Dutch league.
yeah,
The people would buy these players.
yeah.
I don't know. A little bit, I'm thinking about it. Like, what would be the concern of not paying 80 million euros? And what really is the concern when it comes to Victor Gyökeres, and why are teams hesitant when it comes to signing him? Because you would think that a striker that has scored so many goals, 63
Something
goals,
goes. Yeah,
60 goals, right?
yeah.
And maybe and counting, whatever, would be the hottest thing on the market right now. He would be the one that teams would want to go for, people would want to sign.
I
So
think
what
it's
is
I
the
think
whole
it's It's basically about his past record. He was in Brighton, I think. He didn't do well in Brighton. He was sold to the Championship. Then he started to do well in the Championship.
So people are scared that he's
Right.
not Premier League
So
proven.
yeah, so it's more like, would this guy really fit in the Premier League? He's been to the Premier League. He basically flopped,
But
right? But
a lot
I
of
won't.
things can be
Yeah,
said for a lot of this trend of this. You flopped here, you went
yeah,
here,
yeah,
you did
yeah,
better,
yeah,
you
yeah,
came back. It
yeah,
has happened to a lot of players. Salah was in Chelsea.
yeah.
Salah left Chelsea. He went to a Roma,
And
I
and
think,
and
and came back.
it's all about patience, right? Talk
It's all
about
about
patience,
patience. But
giving the
this is a
player
striker.
patience. Yeah,
This is a striker I feel that is in his prime.
yeah. Gyökeres is. We've been talking about Gyökeres. I'm even tired of talking about him. He's an excellent striker. We know. Buy him, Arsenal, buy him, and let's be done. But I think now, what I think is happening is Sporting is creating a smoke screen
Mm-hmm.
to push this deal forward. I told you this
Mm-hmm.
thing is the game's club play. And
Mm-hmm.
it could well be that Liverpool has entered the race.
Yeah.
Maybe if Arsenal is wasting too much time. Yesterday, we heard that Gyökeres was preparing to come to England
Mm-hmm.
because of the discussion is getting, because of the progress in the discussion, right?
Yeah.
But today
The
we didn't really get anything, right?
yeah.
The big news we are hearing now today is Partey leaving the club, which is a big discussion. Partey leaving the club, and guess
But
who they
not
are?
Nogard or what's his name? Not
Nogard,
Nosgard.
Christian
Yeah.
Nogard
Yeah.
of Brentford is to replace
Here
him.
we go. It's not bad. He's a decent squad player. He's a decent squad player. I don't think
Brother,
he's.
he's worse than Partey.
You think so?
I put his on this on the stream. On the stream we have the stats, right? Comparing both of them. Right? I looked at the stats. Let me even pull it up now that we're here. It's terrible stats, Kingsley.
Okay,
I was just like,
compare
yeah,
them. Where
yeah.
you want to pull up his stats to compare both of them to
I
see
will just
who's
read
good.
it out. Yeah.
Okay, so but while you're looking for the stats, I think that them not renewing Thomas Partey, I think it will depend on an age thing, and they
Because of
also had
his 30 something.
it could be an age thing. It could also be them feeling like they could not agree a deal with Thomas Partey,
Yeah,
right?
maybe he
And
wanted more money.
maybe he wanted more money. They feel like they couldn't pay him more. They don't think like maybe
Mm,
this is somewhat even like his last season with them, right? Or
mm,
even if they were going to sign a new deal, it was going to be like a 1 year deal that they will extend, and they didn't see it going like they didn't see their journey with Partey continuing for long. So it
yeah.
makes sense for Arsenal to be like, you know what, if we cannot agree on a deal with Partey,
Then we are
then
done.
leave. But of course, Arsenal fans are a bit concerned, letting
Okay,
a Premier League proven person like Partey go.
yeah. So let's compare Party.
Yeah,
Just this season that finished, right? You have
yeah,
Norgard played 34 games.
yeah,
Party played 35 games.
yeah,
Average touches per 90 minutes. Average touches for Norgard
yeah,
is 59.9.
yeah.
For Thomas Partey is 73.6.
Okay,
Passes completed
yeah,
for Norgard per 90 minutes is 36.6.
okay,
For Partey is 52.44.
okay,
Passes in the final third, you say final third passes completed. As you
yeah,
get into the final third, the passes you complete.
yeah,
Norgard is 9.07.
okay,
Partey is 15.31.
okay.
Tackles, which is very critical.
Which is very critical in that position.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Norgard is 2.51.
Okay.
Partey is 2.86.
It's it's
Interceptions. Wait,
okay,
I've
okay.
last one.
Last one,
Interceptions.
okay. Mm-hmm.
Norgard has 1.56
Mm-hmm.
and Partey has 1.13. It's because of the age.
Well, yes.
That
I
part
was
is
just
the age.
I'm
Yeah.
just this is one thing the stats is not revealing. And
But
that was exactly what I was going to ask you. How
yeah,
old is
AB,
Nogard?
welcome.
How
Yeah.
old is Nogard? How old is Partey?
Yeah.
Because what stats will not show you is room for growth and room for improvement. Stats will not show you that. I think this is a player that can easily improve and be better for us now with the right training. with the right mindset, he can be the player
King
they expect him to be. He might
Kingsley.
be a decent
Okay,
replacement for Thomas Partey.
wait. I'm going to tell you their ages so you
Okay,
care. Yeah.
let's
So
see what the age difference is.
Partey, I'll bring up. Just relax. You are taking improve. You'll be shocked.
No, but I'm serious. Like,
Okay.
you can't
How
eliminate that
how
fact.
how old how old do you think Thomas Partey is? Take a
At least
guess.
at least 29,
Okay. How old do you think Nogard is?
like 26, 27.
Partey is 32 years old,
Oh my god. Okay, I
and
was off.
Nogard is, guess how old? 31.
Oh my
31.
god.
Yes. So the news that came out today is that
Oh my
Arteta wants to add
god.
experience. He just wants to add experience. That's what he cares about. And I'm like,
But
why
Partey is
didn't
experienced.
why didn't you just try
He
to
has
get?
played. He knows how you play. He's been on your team for a
I
while
think
now.
it's his salary. Probably they wanted to knock back the salary, or maybe he was asking for 3 years, and probably they're only ready to give him 1 year, right?
I don't
But
get it.
Nogard is 31 years old.
What is the problem with Arteta and Thomas Partey? It seems
He
like
is
maybe Arteta just.
he doesn't.
I think I know
What
what
is the
it might
problem?
be. I think, okay, this
What's
is
the
just a
problem?
guess. This is a
Yeah,
guess, guys. This is a guess.
yeah,
I think maybe the deal is
yeah.
that Partey is not an important player moving forward at Arsenal, given Zubimendi being present, and they are looking for a squad player. And so the signing of
Okay.
Nogard is him coming an experienced squad
Squad
player.
player.
So in
Okay,
case,
just to come off the bench.
come off the bench, in case Zubimendi is
Yeah,
not available,
or he's
Nogard
tired or
tired, he,
whatever.
he
Yeah,
comes off the bench and he becomes
yeah.
better. I think that
Okay.
might be the way.
Yeah,
And Partey can be like, actually, no, I want more time. I want more minutes. I want more play time. It might not just be a salary thing. Anyway, this
true,
is a
true.
guess. You
Yeah,
guys, I'm just guessing, just speculation. But that's quite interesting. Anyway,
yeah,
still speaking on Arsenal and this their whole transfer issue. It
yeah,
is really, really clear. I know we talked about this yesterday about Noni Madueke coming in.
yeah,
It's really
yeah,
clear that Arsenal really do want Noni as a Bukayo Saka number 2.
yeah. I told you. I told you.
It makes no sense to me. But Chelsea don't actually care, right? The
Chelsea
way
are ready. You are ready to sell him because we have Pedro Neto on that side. We have Estaval on that side, who is better.
Gustavo, yeah.
We are going to sign Gittins on the left hand side. Uh Nkunku, I'm not sure if Nkunku is going.
Or if
Right?
he's
No,
staying.
no one knows. Right? He played as a 10 yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Was average, to be honest. I felt like I was watching the conference league. We'll come to that later on.
Okay.
But yeah, but Chelsea will sell Noni Madueke because he's currently Modric is no more there, but he's the poorest of all our wingers.
No, it doesn't have as much output as the other wingers.
Yes, and we're ready to cash in if you can give us 50 to 60 million.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Noni is not
Maybe
going to
yes,
deputy for Saka,
yes,
mark my words.
yes. He'll
You don't
probably
think
play.
so?
He'll play on the left hand side because recently Noni has been playing on the left.
Yeah.
So they've moved Noni now. I think Maresca has
But
moved
the way
Noni.
the reports are coming out, it's coming out that the reports are saying that he's a Bukayo Saka deputy.
But the thing is that Madueke can play on the left and the right. And the left hand side is where they need someone badly.
Because of Martinelli.
Yes, because of inconsistencies of Martinelli. Madueke is still more consistent than Martinelli. Do you get? Madueke plays on the left now. That's his
Yeah.
position. He plays on the. Yesterday he played on the left. Jusbury Hall played on the right.
Yeah.
He's not even a winger. He played on the right. So
Yeah.
that shows you where Maresca wants to use him. But the thing is that I don't think Chelsea will sell Madueke without getting maybe Gittins or a winger in.
As their replacement for
Yes,
letting him go.
they won't do that. If there's one thing these owners are, they like money, but
Mm-hmm.
they will not make that mistake. Like, you understand what I'm
Interesting.
saying?
I
Yeah,
get what you're saying. I get what you're
yeah.
saying. It's
Like,
just crazy.
yeah,
It's just crazy with the reports talking out. The reports I'm seeing, and they're like, the two clubs are in active negotiations on a
Yeah,
deal that would suit them. But
yeah, yeah,
Chelsea
yeah.
are ready to sell him to
Yeah.
make room for Estavo.
Yeah, the thing is, before Noni even came, we knew Noni was
Yeah.
coming, right?
Mhm.
I said Noni. We know Estavo was coming.
We knew Estavo was coming.
They've
Yeah.
gradually shifted him to the
Yeah.
left hand side, and
Kind of
he's
like
playing.
making room.
Yes, he's better on the
But
left hand
but
side.
wait, but one question. If
Yeah.
Estavo comes, you have Pedro Neto. Then
Oh
what
my god.
happens with how you guys shape up with your wingers? Because you're also signing Gittins. Are you guys not just overbuying at this point?
We're not overbuying because the way Maresca plays, he needs
Yeah.
he needs he needs two wingers start and two wingers are on the bench.
Because he wants
That's
to replace his two wingers
Yes, he
in
wants to
the
replace
game.
you two wingers and he wants to spice up the game. Wingers bring in different dimension. Neto plays different from Madueke.
Okay.
Estavo plays. He has this. You've seen the way Kopama used to play on the right hand side. That's the way
Yeah.
close the way Estavo plays, but he's faster than Palmer,
Okay. Close
right?
enough.
So
Okay.
yeah, so everybody has their style.
Mm-hmm.
Estavo too can play as a 10.
Okay.
Not like that's his main traditional position, but he can play as a 10 also.
But he's not playing 10 because Palmer
Yes,
already has the 10.
yes,
He
yes,
can't
yes.
play 10.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I still don't think Noni has at least one more season. Oh, you don't think Noni has at least one more
I
season?
no, he said I still think
Oh, you
Noni
still
has
think? Oh, I
one
don't know
more
why I read
season.
don't. I still think
Yes.
Noni has
Yeah,
one more season. At
yeah,
Chelsea, Estavo is 18. Quenda
yeah.
only comes in after next season. We currently have six wingers, but five of them are
I
left
left
footed.
footed.
That's the
True.
issue.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know
it.
the plan with the plan
Yeah.
of Chelsea and these wingers because also have some young people coming in.
Yeah.
I know football is getting young, but not every player is Lamine Yamal. Not every young player is Lamine Yamal, and
Estavo is good.
this is the Premier League.
Estavo
There's a
is good.
reason why clubs go for Premier League proven players.
Yeah.
You can be fancy from where you're coming from,
Yeah.
but anyway, Estavo for me, I don't have much concern because the South American leagues tend to be very physical. So if you
Yeah.
can survive there,
It will
there's a
be
high
fine.
chance if you're a
It'll be
winger,
fine. It'll
you
be
should be
fine.
fine
Yeah.
surviving the Premier League. But
Yeah.
this whole winger situation with Chelsea is quite an interesting one.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens at the end of the day.
But I
Wilfred.
but wait,
What
before
do you,
before
what do
you
you, what,
before you jump on that, I think
yeah,
the major issue I have when we're talking about us now is
yeah.
the transfer strategy. What is the
Why?
trans? No, no, no. What is the transfer strategy?
Mm-hmm.
What is it? We outside know we know what Arsenal needs. Then
Yeah.
I don't get why they keep beating around the bush. Liverpool needed left back, right back. We all knew left back, right back, and a 10.
Mm-hmm.
And probably you need a striker, 4 people. We knew
Yeah.
that, right? And what does Liverpool do? Immediately, boom, boom, boom. You signed your right back. You signed
Mm-hmm.
you signed your 10. The 10 took time. You signed your left back. Cockers is close,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you're
He say,
looking for
here
that
we go. He
striker.
say, here we go.
And you're looking for that striker, right?
Yeah.
But I don't get it. Arsenal takes 2 months to sign Zubimendi. Before we got that, here we go. It felt like we're going for a long journey
Yeah.
that we're not coming back from, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we know clearly they want a left winger and they need a left winger and they need a striker.
Mm-hmm.
So why are they just
I don't know. It
instead
just
of
feels like
instead of just doing what they need to do,
it's
they're
almost like they're
signing.
taking all these multiple detours than just sign what will fix the problem.
Yes, and
You
now
know that
you're coming to bid for Madueke. We'll sell Madueke to them if they want him.
I think the anyways, let's still talking on the Madueke situation. I think
Yeah,
signing Noni for Arsenal is very, very unnecessary. I can understand the Partey going, you sign
yeah,
Noga, that's fine. I think,
yeah,
like I said, I think he's going to be a squad player, backup for Zubimendi,
yeah, yeah,
Declan Rice,
yeah,
or any of the injured guys, right? He can easily
yeah,
step in, almost like how Jorginho was at when he was at Arsenal. You get
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
So, but in terms of them signing Noni, do you have Ethan Waneri? I think Ethan Waneri is okay.
As a
Yes, you say,
backup,
yes, you say,
yes, yeah, yeah. He's
you
young.
say like
He's
he's
young.
young,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
He's
yeah,
young.
yeah,
Yes, you say Noni is better than him.
yeah.
Fair, we can charge that. But you have to think about the fact that
His development
this
is in
guy has
yeah,
been tagged as a generational talent, as a
yeah.
wonder
He's
kid.
good. He's
He's a
good
really, really talented youngster. I
player.
think
Yeah,
this is the chance for him to get more minutes in the
Yeah,
books,
yeah.
right?
I think
Maybe you want him to deputy Bukayo Saka or deputy Martinelli.
yeah.
Fair, but I still don't see the point of signing Madueke when you also have Trossard in the team. You have Trossard in the
Oh,
team.
Trossard
You have
is very
Etawaneri in the team. It's unnecessary to sign Noni. I don't see the point. I would say instead of spending that money signing Noni, actually go and sign a striker. Actually focus on closing things up with Victor Gyökeres. What if Liverpool step into the deal and take Victor Gyökeres? Now you've lost a striker that can give you 63
that's
plus goals.
exactly
We
that
don't
give you goals.
signing a striker is not, we're not pressed when it comes to signing a striker.
Striker,
Luis
yeah.
Diaz can play false nine.
And
Salah can play.
the thing is that once Nunes moves to Napoli, that's you just want to replace Nunes basically.
Exactly. We just want to
Yeah,
replace Nunes.
yeah. That's it. That's it.
We just want that's all. So I really think that Arsenal need to like really try and get focused on what
Yeah,
they need to solve their problem, because you talk about winning the EPL, you talk about winning trophies, sign what you need, and then you
exactly.
can now go back and
Yeah,
sign those backups as needed,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And I
yeah,
think going into next season, I know Ateta is so super concerned about injuries, and I
yeah.
like remember when I told you that Bukayo Saka, when he went on injury,
It
he's one of the
affected
most
them.
creative
It
players.
affected
He's one of the
them
most
badly.
creative players that they have.
Yeah,
He's so
yeah,
essential to their build-up. And when he went
yeah,
on injury, it's really affected them. So I
yeah.
can see why he wants to sign Noni, but I still don't think it's a priority.
They need a left winger. They need a left. Clearly, they need a because why I say they need a left winger is because Martinelli is not a footballer. He's a track and field person. I've said this thing like 100 times.
Yeah.
That boy just needs to go and train for the Olympics and does do 100-meter race.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's good at. For
Mm-hmm.
football, he's not very intelligent,
Mm.
or he needs to improve that aspect of his game.
Mm.
There's still room for improvement. But what I'm saying now is they need because I remember 2 press conferences I watched of Arteta. He said, "Oh, that's why that they didn't win that game. They drew."
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, that's why you need wingers that could score goals. We need all our
Mm-hmm.
wingers contributing at least 15 goals in a season." He was directly saying that to Martinelli because in that game,
Mm.
Martinelli missed chances like 2 or 3.
Mm.
I'm like,
Mm.
brother, if you have something against Martinelli, say it. If it's
Mm-hmm.
Maresca or one other coach, they will have just destroyed Martinelli. But
Yeah.
obviously, that's not his style, which is
Yeah.
fine. So he wants to sign a winger that is
Mm-hmm.
lethal, that would give him goals. But Madueke is not. He's playing on the left now and is very dangerous even on the left.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not that person. He just has more goals than Martinelli, maybe 2 or 3, and
Okay.
more GA. But he's not the person at all. I don't think so.
Yeah, AB said, did you watch Chelsea yesterday? Did you see Esugo? Chelsea has ballers.
Yeah, that's what. Do you want us to jump into Club World Cup?
No, not yet. We'll get back to you. We'll get back to that comment. We'll get back to that. Club World Cup coming up. So if you want to listen to us talk about the Club World Cup, stay tuned. Coming up. But let's talk more about transfers and transfer news. Let's
Yeah.
go to Nico Williams. Atletico Club are trying to block Nico's move to Barcelona.
Why? Why?
An official complaint, right, will
Oh,
be
has been
submitted to La
submitted.
Liga accusing,
Oh,
right, Barcelona with, oh, they're not respecting the deal, and
yeah.
they're unable to finance the deal legally. So it's almost like they are trying to put a complaint. Athletic Club are trying to put a complaint that no, this should not happen because they don't feel like Barcelona can afford this deal,
Oh,
and they
so
don't think they
it's
can
a case
afford
of
it legally.
yeah. So it's a case of oh, you went to view a house.
Yeah,
You're viewing houses. Then you go in with your agent. Then you now tell your agent you know that you've not been approved
yeah,
to buy that house, and you
yeah,
now tell your agent that okay, we're buying that, and your agent has gone to
yeah.
put in a bid for that house,
Mm-hmm.
and the owner is like, okay, do you have a mortgage? Do you have something approved? Hello,
Yeah.
doctors, nothing is
Mm-hmm.
approved.
Mm-hmm.
That's really not good, right? And we all know, the whole world knows, Barcelona is broke.
I think that your analogy was close enough. It's
Yeah,
a situation of you want to buy a house,
yeah.
your financial picture, you don't have money to buy the
But yeah,
house.
you just keep viewing the
Your
house.
loan person is telling you, based on
We,
what I've seen financially, you
you can't
cannot
buy this
afford the
house.
house. By the
Yeah.
way, we don't want you to pay the down payment in installments. Give us the down payment one
Put
time. You
put that.
cannot even afford that down payment,
Oh
but
my.
yet you're still sure that you can sign it. It means that the suspicion is you're not going to do it in a legal way, and that's the same thing with when it comes to Barcelona. You
Oh
say you
yes,
want
yes,
to
yes,
sign
yes,
Nico.
yes, yes,
You
yes.
we
How are
say
you
we
going
want the
to do
money
it?
outright.
Yeah,
How
so
are you going to
probably to
afford to sign
afford
Nico
it.
Williams?
That's true. Maybe
You,
there's
there's
some.
they have some
That's why.
suspicion in the
Okay,
spending
so
rules.
that's why they are trying to report them.
Yes.
Maybe there's some backdoor financing going on. We don't know.
They
We're
feel
not
like
saying.
yes.
Yeah,
So
but
that's why
yeah.
they're trying to report them an official complaint and all these things that is coming up.
Wow, that's
I
crazy.
mean, I don't know.
That's
I don't
crazy.
know. I don't know.
For
I
them
don't know
to
why they're
send,
doing all that.
for them to sign
I feel
Nico
like
Williams,
athletics are just being petty with this whole deal.
they are
They are
being
being
paid.
petty. They
No,
are
no,
being
they are being no,
petty.
no. Is that right? Because first of all, you know the issue.
They
Wait,
are
wait,
being
Kingsley.
petty.
The
Okay, I'm
issue
listening. I'm
I
listening.
the issue I have with Barcelona is that they will enter into the head of this player. They've
Mm-hmm.
entered into his head, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Athletic is like, okay, you want to buy him, fine.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to fight you. You've entered into his head already, but
Mm-hmm.
there's no there's no flexible payment plan on this guy, which Barcelona likes. They like to spread the money.
Mm-hmm.
No, we are paying in
But
full
why can't
and you are
Athletic
paying fully.
Club accept instrumental payments?
No,
They
because
know the truth.
yeah, but it's
The true financial picture.
they
That is
know,
why.
but it's
That
just
is why
it's their player,
it's
right?
almost
It's
like
their
that's
right,
salty. No, the thing
right?
is this: Nico comes to you and says,
Yeah.
"Okay, I want to go to Barcelona."
He
Then affect
disrespected the club.
then for saying he wants to go to Barcelona,
Okay, no, 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 not really, but
Nico comes and
at the
says, "I
same
want to
time,
go to Barcelona." They
yeah,
said, "Yeah, yeah, 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 you can go to Barcelona. Sure, why not?"
yeah,
Then they're like, "You know what? They should pay in full." When they
painful.
clearly know that they
That
can't pay in full, then now they're going to say, "Okay, we know that they can't pay in full. I'm going to submit
okay,
an official complaint. You
I'll
guys
give
can
you
fund this
yes,
legally."
but that's the game. No, see, listen, that's the game Barcelona plays. You remember when they wanted to sign Rafinha,
Mm-hmm.
right, from Leeds? It's the same
Yeah,
game. Chelsea came. They first of all they were going back and forth with Leeds. Leeds said if you want to buy Rafinha, I think it was 52 million.
yeah.
52 million, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Barcelona say, oh, we pay 35,
Mm-hmm.
rejected. We pay 40, rejected. Or we pay 45 plus 7 million add-ons,
Mm-hmm.
rejected. Chelsea came, gave them, said, okay, we're paying 52 million
Mm-hmm.
plus add-ons. Leeds accepted it. Then
Mm-hmm.
what now happened? The player refused to talk to us, right? The player refuses to talk to Chelsea. Then Barcelona went and I don't know what they did, but they entered
Yeah.
into the head of the player. And this player went to Leeds and said, oh, it's Barcelona I want to go to. I don't know why you accepted Chelsea's bid. I don't want to speak to them. Then you've tied the hands of Leeds. Now, what
Mm.
Leeds, what do they now do? Leeds
They
are
have
like,
no
okay,
choice.
okay, brother, Barcelona, this is match Chelsea's bid. Then we talk. Now they
Mm-hmm.
spent 2 weeks. Okay, we would finally, they spent 2 weeks to agree.
Yeah.
No, we will spend 2 weeks to agree that, oh, we are going to sign Rafinha or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, they now spent, at the end of the day, they knew they
Yeah.
could not afford it,
Yeah.
right? The whole world knew. At the end of the day, what happened?
What
They now
happened?
spent another 1 month
Mm-hmm.
convincing Leeds to
Mm-hmm.
take instrumental payments.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, they took instrumental payments. Kingsley.
Because they are
So
broke. They are
Atletico
broke.
Bilbao
They don't want the same
is
thing.
not falling for that trick. It's a
They don't
trick
want the
from
same thing.
is a trick from the playbook of Barcelona, and we're
Yeah.
not having it, guy. If you
Yeah.
don't want to pay for this player, Arsenal is there. There are
Yes.
players there. Chelsea, let me not call Chelsea now. They can't afford the
You
salary.
can't afford the salary. No,
They're a
no,
poor
no.
club.
But
That's,
speaking of
yeah.
no, but
There are
finish
other
what you're
clubs
saying.
are there that will buy the player,
But
right?
speaking about what you were saying about just calling Arsenal signing a winger,
Yeah.
Arsenal are interested in signing Rodrigo. So it's a case of will you sign
Yeah.
Rodrigo or will you sign Nico Williams?
Oh my.
Because Rodrigo at Real
He's
Madrid will
better.
probably be at
Anyway,
250 or something.
yeah,
Nico
yeah, yeah.
Williams coming to Arsenal will
It's
still
more
want a
expensive.
300k
Nico
plus
Williams
salary.
is more
It's
expensive
more expensive to have
in terms
Nico.
of the
Yes,
salary.
Nico
Yeah,
would come in and
yeah,
he would do well. You think of
yeah.
um you think of the young left wingers. You compare Nico, Rodrigo, Leao.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
might
yeah,
want to go more for Rodrigo or Nico. You
yeah,
think of the two of them, the cost to have either. If I'm
yeah.
Arsenal, I'll go for Rodrigo. He can
Rodrigo
give
is
me almost as much
yeah,
output as
yeah. As much
Nico for
we've
less the price.
and we've compared Rodrigo and we've compared Nico on the lives. Like I think it was
Yeah,
yesterday we compared or
it
two
was
days ago.
yeah a couple
They
lives ago. Yeah,
basically give you the same output.
pretty much. They
They
are very
basically
close.
so what's the point? Rodrigo is on like maybe 210 a week when we
Yeah,
converted it to
or
pounds. 210 a
yeah,
week,
yeah,
210,
210 pounds. Yeah,
and Nico is on something outrageous. I don't know how much.
it is, and the
Difference of
salary will be
yeah,
outrageous
yeah,
because remember Atleti were willing, they were willing to renew his deal
yeah,
and give him
yeah.
an even higher
Bigger,
salary
bigger
to
salary.
get him to stay.
Yeah,
But
because it's
anyways,
yeah,
Arsenal said that they are not going to do anything more than 85 million euros for
yeah.
Rodrigo.
So what's
So
Real Madrid saying?
I mean, Real Madrid are just, they're interested in letting Rodrigo go,
Yeah,
right?
I think it's a good
But
deal. 85 is
85
good.
million, they're not doing anything more than 85 million euros.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
talk about signing
In
players
fact,
for,
it should be 75 plus 10 million add-on. If I'm to advise Arsenal. Yes, because Rodrigo is not needed in Real Madrid. The only buyer, yeah, yes, AB. He said they both don't have the same output.
you don't think they have
Or
similar
similar.
outputs? Why do you
No,
why
no,
do you think that?
we
Why do you think
compared.
that?
Maybe we compared them.
I want to understand why AB
Yeah,
feels like
yeah, yeah, yeah. But let
who
us
has,
know.
yeah, let us know who has more output than the other. Who
Yeah,
do you think
because
is better? Do you think
remember,
Rodrigo is better? Because I
be,
feel like, remember when AB was talking about Rodrigo, he leaned more Rodrigo is very talented.
in
If it
terms
was
of the eyes,
Rodrigo, yeah, eye test. But remember AB said in terms of Rodrigo, he would
yeah,
be willing for
to
the team to spend
90, yeah,
90 even to
100.
100 M for Rodrigo.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
want to
yeah.
know if you feel like
Why?
Rodrigo has more than Nico, because I feel like it's close in
Yeah,
terms of
it's close.
stats.
We compared
You
it.
look at
Liao,
stats
we
across
compared,
three
yeah, we
seasons.
compared Liao, Nico, and Rodrigo. And
Yes,
I think it was just the GAs. I think it was less like maybe 3 to 4 difference
in
between
terms
all
of
of them.
goals, yeah,
Yeah,
in terms
goal
of
and
GA
assist.
goals and
Yep,
assists,
yep, yep,
yeah.
yep.
But also on Rodrigo, Chelsea are interested, according to
In
reports.
Rodrigo,
Yeah, Chelsea, Man U are monitoring the situation.
oh,
I mean,
Kingsley,
monitoring the situation is somewhat like a kind of interest, but
oh,
it might not happen. It might
my
happen, right? But
Kingsley,
there's somewhat of an interest there. Even
oh my
Man
days.
City are even interested,
Oh,
and
Rodrigo is
they are willing to. And there's claims that
yeah
Man City are willing to make an official bid after the Club World Cup
for Rodrigo.
for Rodrigo.
No, that's wickedness. Now, why would Man City get
How is
Rodrigo?
this wickedness?
Why? Like, what is left of this Premier League?
Does
No,
Pep have a proper world
they
class
should.
winger right now? Pep doesn't have a world class winger right now.
No,
Doku is not world
Doku.
class.
We can't call Doku.
Doku is not world class.
We can't call Doku.
Savinho is
No,
not world class, right? So
Savinho is okay. He's
Savinho
coming.
is
Yeah, he's
very good,
coming.
but
Yeah,
you
he's
can't compare
developing.
Savinho and Rodrigo. Rodrigo is the type of person Pep wants,
Yes,
because
because he
Pep
scores
know how
goals.
to
He
utilize
scores
Rodrigo.
goals. He scores goals. Right.
So
So yeah,
it's quite interesting, but lots and lots and lots and lots of transfer stuff. We've gotten to like that, most of the things I wanted to talk about personally. But
yeah.
let's talk about, I guess, Nicolas Jackson. What is with Nicolas Jackson these
Yeah,
days?
so reports, reports have been coming out of Italy that Italian clubs, so many of them like
Mhm.
rallying around, like I don't know what to call them, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to catch a fish in the ocean.
Okay.
Okay, before I drop that point, AB is saying Rodrigo scores the goals you hope your winger scores. Nico, yeah, okay. I don't really maybe okay,
Rodrigo
yeah.
scores the goals. You hope that hope was in capital. Hope
You hope
your
he
winger
scores, he
scores.
scores,
Nico needs more chance to score.
score. Okay, so maybe the
I
conversion
don't
rate.
know.
Okay, but Kingsley, I
I
think
don't
we
know.
checked the conversion, right? Did we check
It was
the
pretty
same,
much the same.
of all of them?
Oh,
Anyways,
I can check again. I can check again
okay,
just to be
check, check,
sure.
check. So
Conversion rate of, yeah.
what yeah, so what I was saying on Jackson now is
Mm-hmm.
it's simple, right? After that red card, in fact, the whole of Italy, so many clubs, Aston Villa, everybody was like, oh, this is the time to get Nicolas Jackson,
Mm-hmm.
right? And everybody is swamping around and they are throwing figures like 40 million, 45 million.
Really? For
And
Nicolas Jackson? People
wait,
really want Nicolas Jackson?
yeah, in a way, and Chelsea is like, today I think Chelsea was like, we're not even going to entertain. We're not going to think about it if you are coming with you're in the 40s. Because you know the reason they gave?
Mm-hmm.
We went to go and buy a Kiteke and they called 100 million. So we want important money for Nicolas Jackson for us to consider. They said
Mm.
they are not selling. For us to consider.
Mm.
So you're talking of even
Mm.
like 70 million, 60 million, 70 million for them to even say, okay, let's sit down and talk. And they bought
Mm-hmm.
him for 31 million. And they're right. The striker market now is mad.
It's crazy.
It's mad,
It's
right?
really, really crazy because to sign a striker is so
Yeah.
important. Yet,
If Chelsea is willing to sell Madueke for 50 million, how much would they sell Jackson for? Jackson gives you more goals and assists than Madueke,
I
right?
don't know.
And
I
he's
don't
not
honestly. I don't know.
and he's not the penalty taker.
Mm-hmm.
Not like he can't take penalties, but he doesn't take penalties,
Mm-hmm.
right?
But
So yeah,
but let's wrap up the Rodrigo and Nico conversation, right?
yeah,
Rodrigo, there's no. I was trying to find this conversion rate for 24-25 season, but
yeah,
I
yeah.
couldn't find this conversion rate for 24-25. His conversion rate for 23-24 season was about 14.93%,
For
right?
who?
For Rodrigo, 14.93,
Wow.
that's his conversion rate. And then for Nico, his
Mm,
conversion rate for 24-25 season was about
yeah.
9.3%. That's for this
That's his lower.
season. Is lower.
Oh,
But if you look at stats like GA
yeah.
this season compared to his Rodrigo's GA this season, Nico
Mm,
Williams GA this season that just ended. I mean,
yeah.
Rodrigo played 51 games,
Yeah.
13 goals, all competitions,
Yeah.
10 assists. Right?
That's 23. That's about almost
Nico
50.
Nico 53 games,
Mm.
13 goals, 11 assists. You see,
It's almost the same. It's almost the same.
based on
Almost the
just
same. And,
based off
and
of last season alone, they were quite
yeah,
similar in terms of output.
yeah. And maybe AB is right because the comments he just made right now,
Mhm,
like you is clear in the conversion rate he just told us now. The conversion rate of
mhm.
Rodrigo is better than that of Nico.
Yes,
So AB is actually right. He
yeah,
scores the goals. You hope your winger scores.
I think so.
He has a higher
I think so.
conversion rate,
I
right?
think I think he has a higher conversion rate,
Conversion
right?
rate. Yeah,
Nobody
yeah,
is going to rule out the fact that Rodrigo is a very, very good winger.
yeah,
In fact, to me, I feel like he's pretty close to world class as
yeah.
world class wingers come,
Yeah, yeah.
and he has the potential to even be
Even
if he trains
improve.
himself to be
He's 22, right?
if he, I think he has
How old
the
is he?
ability to be he's 24. He has the
Oh,
ability
still
to
okay. Yeah,
he has the ability to grow. If
yeah,
in
yeah.
another like two,
And
three,
develop.
4
Yeah, yeah,
years, he
yeah,
can
yeah,
give you that Salah type of vibe if he can be more direct.
yeah, yeah,
Dribble with a chance to assist and to score, be a
yeah,
little bit
yeah,
more clinical. I think it's going to be good if he comes
yeah.
into Arsenal. I think a very long-term deal, 5-year deal for
Will be
Rodrigo to
good.
Arsenal would be
Yeah.
very good for them if they consider it. But
But
we'll see.
that is if Arsenal gets serious.
That's if Arsenal get
We
serious.
don't know that we don't know Ateta's strategy. We don't
That's
know.
if they get.
We
That's
would
if they get
watch,
serious.
right?
Yeah.
To get to get a deal done is taking them 2 months. Zubimendi, we were waiting. We're like, is Zubimendi done? Oh, Real Madrid is coming in. Is Zubimendi like, bro?
It took so long. That
Too
Zubimendi, the whole
long, too
Zubimendi
long.
thing, you just
Yeah,
hear about it. But I mean, Arsenal still they've been able to like extend. They give a long term deal to Miles Lewis Skelly, so that's a good
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah,
Miles
yeah.
Lewis Skelly has got a long term deal. Yeah,
Even their defender, the two
you
of them,
know, yeah, they've got
save
no
everything.
guard. I
Yeah,
think they also got your keeper, the former
Kepa,
Chelsea keeper Kepa.
bad
That
idea.
transfer is a here we go. We talked about it on the live and
Well,
how this is a
last
bad
week.
idea.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. He just doesn't make any sense to
The
me.
prob
But
the problem with having Kepa on your team,
mm-hmm,
there's this luck Kepa has, and maybe you mark it. If it happens,
mm-hmm,
we'll clip this part and put it into shots. The
yeah.
moment Kepa enters that team, Raya is going to get an injury. And yes,
So
I
you
said
can say Kepa finds a way to become a number one keeper at a
yes,
team.
it just happens. That guy is just you can't get rid of him, right? That's why Chelsea just said, Kepa,
Arsenal fans,
Kepa, you are not our
see,
number two.
if you
Just
are
go. Just know.
If you're an Arsenal fan on this live, I do not wish Kepa on you. I
You
don't
don't wi
wish.
he's
I don't
already
wish.
second choice.
I
You're not
don't wish Kepa on you. I wish Raya a healthy season, a
okay,
long season. See,
okay.
I don't even wish Kepa on my enemy. I don't wish that guy
Kingsley,
is a basket.
do you know that?
He's
Let
a
me give you this.
basket.
Do
I'm
you hear me?
telling you.
If Raya has a just even a small injury, is out for even for 3 weeks. Let's just say he's out
Yeah,
for 3 weeks, and Arsenal plays 5 games. There's a probability they will lose at least two of those games
of course,
with
of
Kepa.
course. If not more,
Every shot that goes to Kepa goes in.
if not more.
Hmm.
If you
I
talk
love
about
that.
shot stoppers, I
Yeah.
still don't get if Kepa is a shot stopper or if he's good with his feet or what is good about Kepa. I'm not trying to hate on him
Kepa
as a
is
keeper,
just
but
Kepa.
I
Kepa is
don't
Kepa.
think a team that wants to compete for trophies and be
Should be
title
getting Kepa.
contenders should be
Yeah.
getting Kepa. He's a good
Kepa.
number two,
Yeah.
but I
Okay,
wish
let me ask
I
you this
wish he's
question.
just your number two if you're an Arsenal fan.
we,
But go
we,
ahead, go ahead,
we,
go
we
ahead.
wish Raya good health. I'll
We
ask
wish
you
you
this
had good
question.
health. Yeah,
I'll ask you this question, Kingsley. Sanchez as your number two.
I think he's good.
You think so?
Robert Sanchez
Yes.
as your number two.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's okay.
Okay. So
I
you
think
feel
Sanchez is a good number two. He's not a good
okay.
number one.
Number one. Okay,
Sanchez
because there's
is
no
just used to
pressure. He comes
there's
in,
no
does
pressure.
his job.
Yeah,
Okay.
he can play the FA Cup games. He can
Yeah.
play the he can play depending on maybe not Champions League games, but he can play the little games that we don't really
Carling
care
Cup,
about.
Carabao Cup.
Carabao
Yep.
Cup games,
Yep.
and I
Yep.
think he will
Yep.
do a good job. The problem with Sanchez is
Mm.
just that
Play,
confidence,
playing out of the
confidence,
back.
the confidence and the decision making is
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
bit off. If he can just fix his game in that sense, I think
Yeah.
he's okay. I think he can do decent.
Okay.
He can do well. But
Yeah.
anyways, look at Modric to AC Milan is looking like a here we go. It's looking
To
like a
AC
deal.
Milan.
Yeah, to AC Milan is looking like something that might be serious. I'm just reading through some things, but
Yeah.
anyways, that's every all the transfer news that we've caught up on. Let's go into the Club World Cup.
Kingsley.
Chelsea ES Tunis. As you guys can see, I don't have my champagne. You guys won. I didn't bring.
Please. I need you. I need you to back me up, right? That first half, to be honest, I was for the first 35 minutes, I was getting angry.
Why?
I was getting angry because it felt like I was watching a conference league match all over again.
Did this work or did it not work with what Maresca tried to pull yesterday? Because it seems like it worked.
I think he was just very confident of the people he put forward.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get
Badiashe, Tosin, so all of these guys, they
yeah,
still did
yeah.
well.
They were just shaky. Shaky. You put those guys with a serious team. Kingsley were not
Mm-hmm.
coming out with you watch the game, right?
I didn't watch the game.
Oh, for those that watch the game,
I didn't
first
watch
half
the
was
game.
just Kingsley. As at 40 minutes, 43 minutes, it was
Yeah.
0-0. I was
Mm-hmm.
becoming scared. I was like, God, this is what these people want. They want it at 0-0
Yeah.
so that they get into the break, they keep defending, and they score us one goal.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So
But you guys scored at the end of first half.
we scored at the end of first half because of Tosin. He's good in the air, and it's what I told you. I said Tosin is out of all our defenders, Tosin is the best
Yeah.
in the air,
Yeah.
aerially, right?
Yeah.
And he gives us that first goal, and our boy Delap shows why he's a better striker than Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Like immediately that guy fell.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw him doing like this.
Mm-hmm.
Fernandez immediately just gave him the ball
Yeah.
through two
The
people.
the first
Simple finish,
touch, the
simple finish,
first touch was really good. Second
simple
touch really
finish,
good, and
simple
then the
finish.
finish. I watched the highlights of the
Yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah.
The goal was really good. Leon Delava scored his first goal for Chelsea.
But second
I think he's
half,
good.
like
Mm-hmm.
what AB said, we'll go back to AB's comment.
Yeah.
It proved why I was furious and angry with Maresca against the game of like when we played Flamingo, right?
Yeah.
You have Asugo on the bench, you have Santos on the bench,
Mm-hmm.
ballers, like they are ballers. You see, like
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my god, these guys they are good,
Yeah.
right? I know Maresca came out and said, oh, they need more time, XYZ, fine,
Mm-hmm.
right? Especially Santos, but Santos had an assist in his
Mm-hmm.
first game,
Mm-hmm.
which is good. The other assist came from our boy that Enzo Fernandez that they say is not 100 million. What if he's giving me assist every yeah? That's what I'm telling you. He might not in terms of eye test. Enzo Fernandez doesn't meet the eye test, but in terms of stats, assists, he knows
Every
how to give an assist. He
everything is
knows
not
how to
about
score.
everything is not
No,
about
no, no.
stats
But he,
now.
he knows how to score. He knows how to give an assist when it's necessary. You see, when it's necessary, Enzo
Mhm.
Fernandez turns up. He doesn't just score or he's not involved when he's not very serious. Like yesterday was very critical.
Mhm.
We needed that goal. That's
Mhm.
when it turns up, right?
Yeah, but
So yeah,
you guys have qualified.
yeah, yeah.
You guys are
APC, that
playing.
was the conference league game.
You guys have qualified. You guys are playing Benfica.
Better
Um,
opponents for us.
what do you think about the Benfica game?
I,
what are your
I
thoughts
think
ahead?
I think we could qualify. We could go further.
You could beat Benfica.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it's possible. If it was Bayern,
Mm.
I'm happy we didn't even finish first because if it was Bayern, brother, they're already booking the flights home, fueling the jets. Oh, we're coming home on Saturday or Sunday. The game is going to be Saturday. Say, oh, we're coming home Sunday.
And I think the only thing that concerns me is, let's say you guys beat Benfica, you guys will play the winner between Botafogo and Palmeiras. You guys have not really done
Ah,
the best when it comes
with
to South
Brazilian
American
team.
teams. Exactly. You've not really been the best when it comes to South American
But you
teams.
know what? You know
I'm
what?
not going to say you guys are going there to win.
I think we should. I think Palmeiras. Oh, Palmeiras, no, might not be a better option because those guys they refuse to die.
None of them are a better option. Botafogo, Palmeiras. I don't think either
But
is a
but
better
hopefully
option.
he's learnt his lesson, right? We hope.
Hopefully.
Hopefully,
Hopefully
not
he's
playing
learnt his lesson and
four
he
four
plays the
two.
right people.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Right. The other
But
bracket confirmed is PSG Inter Miami. That's confirmed.
yeah, yeah,
Flamengo Bayern is confirmed as well.
yeah,
Obviously, we said that yesterday.
yeah.
Whoever wins between the two, so we could either have a Bayern PSG play,
That would be good. We
which
want that.
which which
We want
we
that.
didn't get to see that in the Champions League.
We
So
want that.
that might happen. Guys, I'm only
Yeah.
thinking about the cash. We might earn all we need to spend in the transfer from this Club World Cup. That would be great.
Yes,
AB, you've been thinking like a businessman since
I
this
like
Club
him
World Cup
because
has started.
he's a cash man. We
You've been
just want
thinking
to go
about
as
it
Kingsley. We just want to go as far as possible.
as far as possible. Okay,
Yes,
fair.
we get to second round beat Benfica, we're happy. We get to
Okay.
quarterfinals, beat the next person. Even if we go out in semi-final, we've tried.
Mhm.
Give us the money. Let's go home.
Okay, fair.
That's it.
Well, whoever wins between, obviously PSG is going to win it at Miami.
Yeah.
If the order is if the reverse happens,
Oh,
I'll
they
be really surprised. If Inter
right.
Miami beats PSG, that would be really shocking.
Oh,
It'll
yeah.
be really shocking to me. Flamengo Bayern, I'm expecting Bayern to win, but who knows?
It'll
Flamengo
be
could win,
tough.
but either of
No, no,
them
no,
will
no.
play each other
Flamengo will
as
not
a
win.
tough.
We'll see.
Yeah, I don't think Flamengo would win.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dortmund, we're still waiting for who Dortmund to play, but Dortmund qualified and Fluminense too have
Qualify.
qualified.
Mamelodi Sundowns, they didn't qualify. You really did.
Ah,
Good,
sad,
good side. Good side.
sad, sad.
Good
And it was
side.
close. It was
It
close.
was
Just a
close. They just needed a
point
win.
difference. A
They
point
needed
difference.
a win. Oh, it was so sad.
Wow,
It was so
wow.
sad. I watched the game. I slept off after like 80 something minutes because I was like, this win is not coming in. It's not
Yeah,
forthcoming. Right.
yeah.
So,
So we're waiting for the rest of the groups to play.
yeah, yeah,
Group G and Group H, they are left.
yeah.
Between Juventus and Man City, most likely the two of them would qualify because both of them have like all the points. And
Kingsley,
then,
Kingsley, before you go further,
mhm.
that game is extremely important. You know why?
Why?
Two of them are trying to avoid Real Madrid.
No way.
Yes, the
No
lose
way.
the person that finishes second plays Real Madrid. So to be in
Wow.
Man City's best interest to
To
win
avoid.
Juventus.
But there's something about Real Madrid and Man City.
Yeah,
They always
Man
find
City,
a
Man
way.
City is
They
have to
find
meet
a
each
way
other.
to meet each other. They
That's it.
find a
So
way. They find
yeah,
a way to meet each other. But that would be crazy. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Well, let's check the rest of the fixtures. And then we can give final thoughts. The rest of the fixtures: Urawa Reds play Monterrey. Inter plays River Plate. Juventus, Man City play each other tomorrow.
yep, yep, yep.
Wydad AC and Al Ain
They are
play each
both
other
out.
tomorrow. They are
Yeah,
both out. It's just
playing for pride.
basically vibes at this point. Who will
Playing
finish with
for
at least
pride.
a point?
Yeah,
Let either we draw and we both finish with we
yeah,
both have some points and leave,
yeah,
or
yeah.
yeah, that's it. Al Hilal Pak um
Pat,
Pachuca, right?
Pachuca.
That's
Yeah,
their pronunciation. Al Hilal and Pachuca play tomorrow,
yeah,
and RB Salzburg and Real Madrid play tomorrow as well.
yeah,
Interesting game. Interesting games, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Crazy. But anyways, what are your final thoughts before we hop
Uh
off the stream?
I think we talked a lot about transfers, right?
Yeah.
The major issue I have is I don't on everyone. Let me just say I
Mm-hmm.
don't. Everyone does not understand Arsenal's transfer strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody sees what they need, but it feels
Yeah.
like they are the only ones that don't see what they need. They need a left
Yeah.
winger. They need a striker.
Mm-hmm.
They need a striker. It's taking them 2 years to sign a striker. Come on, 2 years. Taking
Mm.
you 2 months to sign a midfielder. How long is
Mm.
it going to take them to sign Rodrigo Kingsley?
If it ever happens.
It's going to, even if it happens,
Mm.
it will be August maybe 31st at the close shot. Yes, because that's the way they are moving, right? And they are moving like snails currently in this transfer market. It's left to
Yeah.
them, and we'll see for Noga to us now. He's not a better addition. Partey is better than him, but we
Mm-hmm.
don't know why Partey is leaving. But I don't know if that, in actual fact, they are reducing the quality of their squad.
I don't know about
O-
reducing because Zubimendi is
Okay,
there.
okay, they've added Subimendi, but at the
Yeah.
same time, if they had Partey, the
Mm-hmm.
squad level was higher
Yeah.
overall. But it doesn't matter anyway. Zubimendi is there, like you said. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see what happens. Club World Cup, like AB said, is entering the knockout phase. It's going to
Mm-hmm.
get really spicy. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Club World Cup entering the knockout phases. I think now that the weaker teams have gone,
I've
Auckland
gone out.
City are going back to their 9 to 5, and a lot of
Oh,
a lot of these weak teams that didn't get points are gone. It's now time for the serious people,
the
the
big
full-time
boys, the
professionals,
men.
the serious ballers to take
Yeah,
it, into the round of 16, and we see what is going to happen. In terms of transfers, I'm really looking forward to the Mbeumo deal wrapping up
yeah,
and
yeah.
seeing what is going to happen between with Victor Gyökeres. I've been saying it for the longest time on stream. I want to see what happens with Victor Gyökeres if truly he's going to go to
Arsenal
Arsenal, or
or
maybe
Liverpool
Liverpool might
stay.
do the sneak attack and we might get Victor Gyökeres. He might be cheaper for us to get Gyökeres than to get Isak. And Gyökeres
Obviously,
is just coming for one reason and one reason only.
put the ball at the back of the net.
I know that's right.
Yeah,
Now, if you guys are new on this stream, please subscribe to our channel. We're on the road to 3K. We appreciate you guys that joined the chat. AB,
AB,
we appreciate you as always.
Dorcas,
You guys, we go live every day, 6 p.m. CST. If you've not
6.
done so,
Yeah,
please subscribe. We're on the road to
6 p.m.
3K.
CST.
You
Yeah,
guys get us there. I appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Okay, you
Yeah.
guys have a nice night and enjoy the Club World Cup. All right.